football game against Southern. Deuce Michael here. 5 minutes away from tip-off. And it's the fourth. It'll be a good game. Yeah, that's a very high-powered competitive game. Both sides. Both sides. Look, we just said on the podcast, Graham did just go 0-2 in the last quarter series. So they got 1 week, and then they got this game, and they got a week to prepare for UAPB and Mississippi Valley. Graham needs to win this game to go into this little race on a high note. Yeah. If I'm the Grambling men's basketball team and I'm fast for a second, I'm telling these guys, look. But get what happened the last 2 weeks. It's time now. You're at home. It's time to reshape, refocus, get re-energized, and come out with a pass. Agreed. Grambling may come out with a pass for the fire, better than Southern can, then we got a real good game going. What's your final score prediction? I'm thinking somewhere in the 70s, 60s, 70s. I'm thinking it's gonna be a very defensive matchup. I'm predicting that. I'm thinking 70s to 80s for sure. Yeah. But if you had to ask me just my score, I'm gonna say I'm going 77-8. Graham. I got Graham winning by 6. Graham winning by 6, and it all starts. The ones watching, it all starts. If you can't see.
Yeah, it's not going how, honestly, I think right now what's helping Southern is the advantage that Southern is making more free throws at the line compared to Graham. I mean, yes, it is 8-6. Yes, it is 8-6. But Grambling can have 4 points right now. This could have been 10-8. Michael, what I tell you on the podcast, Grambling cannot play catch-up ball. If they play catch-up ball, it's not going to work in their favor.
Like I said on the podcast, dude, one thing you don't want to give your conference rival is the chance to take control.
Audio's got it.
That's a huge foul, right there. That's a huge foul. Because now you get to shoot 3 shots that you got to wait both of you. All 3.
Yes, at least pull it in within once. And look, Southern right now, they're trying to slip away. Grambling, if I'm Graham, you don't allow that to happen. Actually, live update from SWAC conference and conference games. Texas Southern leads Alcorn 55-52. TV is down at Jackson State 42-51. And Bethune and Mississippi Valley and Florida A&M and Arkansas Pine Bluff, they all tip off at 5 o'clock. For our MEAC side of things, I know we did have them on the pick 'em, Michael. Right now, Howard is currently leading North Carolina Central 35-32. Norfolk and SC State are tied at half, 36-36. Morgan State and Delaware State, Morgan State's up 42-34. Coppin State and Middle Eastern or Midwest, I don't know that one, is up 35-37. So it is a pretty close game in our HBC ones. Michael, I did notice on the pick 'em today on our MEAC ones, we did have a slide where we even had different picks for each team.
Yes.
So it is going to be interesting to see how these games go out.
And you see how both games are very better, right?
Yes.
It ain't just a sweat in the MEAC players money.
I think all HBCU sports can get as competitive as it gets. Good stop. That's a good stop.
Number 24 played physicality right there on number 8, which caused him to lose control of the ball. And he tried to give it back. That's just good momentum. That's just good momentum by 24. That's what you need on defense. Next Southern have to force their passes and dribbles. Wow, that is just total physicality. Even though that was a foul right there, dude. That's just tough.
That was a close one.
Oh wow, that's an open look.
That's a wide open look. They honestly, they gave him that look.
Yeah.
Current score right now is 13-10. Come on, move. Munoz. Southern is just playing right now with more aggressive. They're showing they want the ball. We just saw that defensive stop. Timeout break right now.
It's a lot of frustration on Brandon's bench. It's a lot of frustration on Brandon's bench. A lot of frustration between factions. They're playing with a lot of aggression right now. And like I said, guys are good, but you want to do it at a distance level.
And you look, the game is not over yet, but look, we got to get their players involved. And I'm looking at the thing right now. You have two players who scored, number 11 and number 24. Look, you got to use our guys. You got to get to the paint. Honestly, I think this free throw shoots will hurt him the most. So basically, when you do finish this, download this, send it to me, and I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna run this through a copyright thingy that makes sure we don't get copyrighted. But since we are talking over it, you should be fine because we are face up in our own game. And we're not full game, so we should be great. "12 minutes to go in the first half. Grambling is currently down 13-10. Live update. Can you hear us now? 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 Yeah, it is loud in here. It is loud in here. It is loud in here. It is very loud in here.
Now, hold on, number 15, round 6, Munoz is the second. Personal foul for the foul.
Yeah, it's just loud in here. That's all. It's pretty loud in here, so audio's gonna be in and out.
I feel like the only time we're really going to be able to speak with a fed on is when it's at like this, quiet pace.
Our guys,
is not involved.
HBCU passions on our guys.
HBCU fans, we appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Appreciate you so much.
And sorry for the audio if y'all can't hear us. It is loud in here. It is loud at the HC Center. Currently right now, 14-10. Grambling needs to get stops. They got to get stops.
And not only getting stops, but you also got to make your shots. You also want to make sure you have good shot selection. That would be on the go.
You don't allow that. You cannot allow stuff like that.
First of all, this number 24 did not box out. I don't know if you saw that, but he played back and let number 8 get in between. And that's one thing I said before, Deuce. You never want to give your division conference rival a chance as another player.
Especially Southern at that.
Exactly. I don't know if people know this, but this is a rematch of the Bayou Classic.
Look, we want bragging rights until the next time we play. That's good.
That's a good shot. Look, Let me tell you what he did that first. He took his time. He saw the basket and he went up with it. That's what I'm talking about. It's when you play and you play at a common pace. When I say common pace, I mean at a steady pace. Slow yourself down.
Marks out. Yeah. That's a good rebound. You saw the effort that he went to go get that. They could have went out of bounds. But you don't turn stuff over like that.
First of all, dude, he went towards the side. You gotta go in the middle of the court. You're giving your opponent.
And you're leaving wide open shots.
And that's what happened.
You don't do stuff like that. And you're just leaving two wide open of a shot. Current score right now is 17-12 here at the AC Center. Looks like Southern is subbing somebody in real soon. Grambling, look, they're moving the ball well, but Southern's defense, but look, they didn't get a foul, but Southern's defense has came to play today. We're not lying about that.
Yeah.
And they've showed the physicality more than they have in Grambling at times. But Grambling has not been playing bad at all. But I mean, missed free throws is what's hurting Grambling. Turnovers. Grambling really needs to start getting more of the players involved.
See, number 5 can make both of his free throws here.
Making these 2 free throws would be huge. Make first. 10 minutes left to go in the first half.
That's what you need more of. That's what you need more of. Because now you're down by 3, dude. With just 10 minutes left in the game.
If Grambling goes into halftime, at least with the 5-point margin, I think they're set up to, at least close the game out. But we did talk about second half surges. We said this a lot. It happened in the MEAC and the SWAC last week. It happened mainly with the Jackson State Alabama A&M game. So it is not too early to throw stuff in, but look, Grambling's best chance is if they can hold the lead. Grambling's a good enough team to keep the lead and maintain the lead.
If I'm number 3, he can't be. Yeah, that's good call. But see, if I'm number 3, don't be falling off your defender. Why aren't you falling? I understand you're trying to help, but don't fall too far off your defender. Because now you're leaving him open for open 3.
Yes, stay on your man.
Like I said, there's nothing wrong with helping, but at the same time, you don't want to leave your defender wide open. You want to make sure you stay in your eyesight.
That's a good shot. Oh, he had a shot right there.
That's a good ball move. Can't make that.
Look, I just think, he had 2 shots right there. I think when you have the opportunity to take the shot, you take the shot. For instance, on Southern side of the ball, you just had the. Thank you, HBCU Pass, and you keep up the great work too. We enjoy y'all's content, and we will continue to keep posting it.
Number 3, first person foul, 15.
17-14.
If I'm number 3 for Grambling, if he's bumping your shoulder into you, just fall back. You don't have to grab your top. The referees are going to call that every time. You got to just let him bump into you. They're going to call off your football. They say to HBCU fans, they say so honey.
Number 1, Joe.
Current update from the NFL playoffs. Buff goes down 10-16 to Denver. And we do have Seattle and the 49ers tonight. But back to our our HBCU games for right now. Alcorn's taking the lead over Texas Southern 65-64 with 5 minutes in the second half remaining. Prairie View and Jackson State. Prairie View is down by 5 points. And Grambling is currently down by 1 point. So Oh, they're behind.
Yes. (14-19), Southern on top of Grambling by 5 right now.
Michael, I think you had all State did in Texas Southern. You did.
Yes, okay.
And look, I'll tell you this. You were the one that said don't sleep on them.
That's one thing I said. Look, it's not about how you start the conversation. It's how you manage each game. And Alcorn has progressed throughout the start of conference play. Like I said, the record doesn't matter. Out of conference games, you know,
they had a hard out of conference schedule.
They did.
Did you see all the teams they scheduled? And look, that gave them the preparation for slack play.
Man,
you can't allow
ball fight right now.
Come on, you gotta get the there you go, get the rebound.
I will say that this is going to be a very competitive rebound battle with Southern and Madison basketball. There's a lot of hand fight going on. Surprised they ain't call it that, but I kind of got to give referees, big for the down. Let them play.
I think when you have the shot like that, you take it. But look,
good pass. Oh wow, I'm surprised they didn't call that.
Timeout. They're on a media timeout right now. Southern is up 19-14.
Section 106. No ways.
And also, for the ones that didn't get to watch this morning's game, earlier's game, women's team unfortunately fell to Southern's Lady Jags. Look, Southern Lady Jags, they came to play and they beat Grambling in their own stadium. They play, and they look like they give them everything. Offense, coaching, rebounding. I go on and on free throw. Grambling Lady Jags got outposts and they got outplayed.
Free. I'm going to give you like 2 reasons why the Lady Tigers lost the game. 1, because they could not rebound. 2, they kept trying to play field goal first. And I got this. That's always good. There's nothing wrong with it. But when your players are getting beat, you got to change them for football. And they kept getting beat, leaving the Lady Jaguars in open looks.
Agreed.
You cannot do that. I said, if it's your conference, why? You never want to get there. Easy looks. Make them fight for it. But like I said, I would say this to make us simple right. It's still early in the gun. So the Lady Tigers still have a chance to fix their mistake. It's never too late to fix a mistake. So that's how you go each game.
But if they continue to keep playing like the same style of play, that's when you have to say, okay, we need something to change. Right. And we're not saying like coaching changing, no. But like something in the game plan, because he needs to change. Grambling has 2 amazing head coaches.
But then I will say this too, even though they got great head coaches, but how these players listen.
Yes.
You players have to listen because you can have a great head coach and players can't have players who want to do what they want to do. It's all about discipline.
So Grambling is inbounding the ball right now. Texas Southern has taken the lead 67-65. 2 minutes left to go. This one's going to come down to the wire.
Which game was that?
Texas Southern Alcorn.
Wow.
Get the ball in. Catch, shoot. You got fouled too. Yes, that's good. That is good. Grambling, look, if you make 3, you pull it to a 2-point deficit. That is good. Look, we're getting to the end of the half. 7 minutes left. Grambling needs to start acting faster and it's like, getting more points.
He has to make all 3 of his free throws because if he makes all 3, you're down by 2 and you're letting less than 8 minutes left in the first half.
Grambling has went to the free throw line and look, that's good. And they haven't made all of them. They have to make all of them. They have to make all of them.
That's 1.
Okay, so Grambling is currently down by 3 points. Number 23 getting let me pull out the roster.
Now I'm gonna say this, dude. Even if we miss this, It's 50-50 with me. And I'm going to say that why. Because Grambling will be down by 4. Okay? So even if he makes or miss this one, it's still not a bad thing. But it's kind of still a bad thing because you want to make all 3.
You called it.
And that's like I said, that's not
It's
bad,
not bad right now. But you're still but you're in a reasonable score. You can tie the game up.
Yes.
You tie the game up. It's a good stop. Good stop. Great transition. And the dunk.
You see what I just said, dude? Even though you're down by 3, all you need is a turnover. And that was a clutch turnover, and now you're down by 1.
Yes, it was. You get a stop right here, and you could possibly take the lead.
Like they're playing motion, dude. They're playing motion.
Southern is moving the ball right now.
The score is wide open at the bottom. Oh, that's
a good stop.
By number 11. That's a good read. Good ball, man.
It had Jamil Lane open on the end, but Lane was open. Lane number 5 was open in the corner when they were doing the transition.
Yeah. That's not a bad shot, but man, you gotta put more sauce on it.
Agreed.
you gotta put more sauce on it.
You have to. And see, Grambling just had a possession where they could have got the lead, and they just blew it. And that was a great stop, a great defensive start.
I would say this was good ball movement, but you gotta make that shot. That is just good defense. I'm loving that hand action by Grambling, getting 5th and getting a hand in there.
No.
Basket.
Come on.
See, now they're forcing it, dude. They're forcing it. They're trying to get a foul call, and that's just not the way to do it.
Hold on. Grambling State number 5. Man, this second personal block.
Southern is currently at the line.
At the line, shooting 2, number 10 minutes.
Missed
That's
the first one.
That's the first hit.
Missed the first one. That is clutch.
Antonio Munoz is coming back into the game as well. And
that's not. He got subbed out in the early parts of the game, so Grambling had been without him for a little minute. Buffalo is down 20-10 to Denver. But 2 missed free throws. Some stuff you just don't. Some stuff you don't use. Just better ball awareness. Grambling.
That's what happens when you're trying to force the basketball into the paint, dude. You gotta be smart with the basketball. And that's Grambling is not doing that right now. They're too busy trying to force their way in. That's not the way to do it. I would say there's a lot of frustration with this young basketball team. Yeah. They got to figure it out at some point.
And you can tell just Southern's playing a fast, solid ball than them right now.
They're finding opportunities.
Yes, and Grambling. I mean, I'm not saying Grambling's been playing horrible. I'm not saying that, but it could be better. And it has to be better. If I'm Grambling, I'm not going down. I'm not going into halftime down 6. I'm just not. And you can't miss stuff like that. That's not working in Grambling's favor.
I think Grambling's head coach Patrick Cherry, I understand your frustration. If you need to calm down just a little bit, and you don't want to get an technical foul,
And that hurts the team
And
even
that
more.
hurts the team even more. Because that's what happened in that Florida A&M that on that Deuce Michael, he got so frustrated he broke his own coaching door. And then that caused him to get ejected from the game.
See, and what Southern is doing is they're playing defense quick. They're playing fast, quick. They're setting the traps like just quick. Grambling, you have to catch and shoot. You don't have time to keep passing the ball around. You have to catch and shoot and get the ball off. There's been times throughout this game where Grambling has the chance to close the score and close the gap, and they just it's a missed opportunity, left and right. Currently up by 9. Timeout, Grambling. What's your thoughts, Roger?
Basically almost the same thing as let me say this. Grambling team basketball, they got to release this frustration. Because this frustration is leading them to make mistakes. And it hangs up in the team that's in Patrick Prater said that, a lot of frustration on that team. They need to figure out what the problem is and fix it. But the good thing about it is you got time to fix it. Only down by 9.
And you got 4 minutes. You got 4 minutes, and that's enough time for. Try and look at the Grambling State World Bank Cyber March fan. We're back. Grambling is down by 9. 4 minutes to go till halftime. This has been a game that me and Michael have been really hyping up for a while now. It's important that Grambling comes out and wins. This due to them being losing the last 2 games against Bethune-Cookman and FAMU. They're going to the line. If I'm at the line, I'm saying this to myself. I need to make these 2. I need to make these 2 because I cannot afford to. One thing about me, you just can't keep chipping away at scorers.
Yeah.
You have to actually take over the lead.
Right.
Chipping away is not going to work if you can't get the lead.
If you can't keep depending on your free throws, you got to make your shots in the paint, in the field goal range, and on the 3-point range. You got to make all shots. You're thinking on your free throw. They help you stay in this game. Now, I'll say this, the free throws, they're good to have, but they're not always going to help in games like this.
Important. So,
now you down by 7, but you got to get stops.
These last 3 minutes are crucial for Graham. If I'm them, if I'm Graham, I need to get stops. Cut it down. I need not even cut it down. Get the lead. Take the lead before half.
That's a good help by number 24. That's a good help. That's another thing. You got to have help on defense. There's a lot of reaching going on. I know it's 74, but
23, look. You gotta, he's holding this one, say Grambling holding the ball too long. They gotta move the ball, and if they don't have the shot, you gotta catch and shoot.
That's the first timeout by Patrick during Saban.
Media timeout break, which means it is time to hear scores around the league. Texas Southern is up by 1 point, 76-9. Prairie Jackson State are tied 63-63. Coming down to the wire, currently here at Grambling. Grambling down 7 points. Well, this Texas Southern offer, y'all teams win. Both the teams come in last and below the last in their conference. Texas Southern comes in at 3-12. Yeah, Texas Southern comes in at 3-12. Auburn comes in at 2-12. They each get a win last week, but they need, if I'm all point Texas Southern, both the teams need to win to get back on the right track.
If I'm Grambling, then that's why. So, like I said, forget about what happened in the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
You know, you need to control what you do. Like I said, even though this is a home environment, that don't even matter right here. What matters is how you play and how you play to the tempo.
In the next 3 weeks after this are hard teams. You got the Alabama, not Alabama, but you got MSU. You got, Southern, not Southern, but, I gotta look at schedule, but Southern, UAPB, MSU, and I think Alabama. I gotta check the schedule again, but Grambling has a tough middle schedule coming up.
Yeah. The only game that I can say that's probably not competitive, but all the games we listed, it's probably in it.
Yes, Valley, I think Grambling wins this. But UAPB, you said that UFC can't do it. Amazing program this year. What their head coach has done to that program with freshmen and recruiting has drastically changed that program. It's turned around in the right direction. You see what I'm saying, Michael? Holding the ball too long.
That's something you cannot have, Bruce. If you're Grambling, that's something you cannot have.
If I had to give a negative for the first half, it would be ball possession. It would honestly have to be ball possession. And I don't think Southern is doing anything drastically better than Graham other than playing defense.
Well, dude, so I'm gonna say this, man. You gotta talk on here because this is just head scratching right now. Cause like, I mean, we're basically saying the same old thing, and then Graham's like doing the same old thing. It's the same old thing, dude.
And I mean, Grambling is rebounding really well, but they're not. When you get to offense, they're not converting it how they should.
They're not making their shots where it counts.
And I think like times like this, Zero had a chance to take the shot. That's a good
thing. Know where you are at the basket, just go up with it. That's what I say all the time. Just know where you are at the basket, and that's what he did right there.
If they can go down by, they're down by 5 now. They have to, you need a 3 and a 2 to really tie the game.
Yes.
And I mean, Grambling, I don't think Grambling defense has been playing bad. I mean, they're just not scoring offensively.
But the only way they're going to be able to get stops, the only way they're going to be able to get back in this game is they get stops.
Good rebound. You can't try to bait a foul for everything now.
Yeah. I mean, even though that was a foul, I'm surprised they didn't call it though. But yeah, you can't. I literally just said that too long ago. You cannot defend this over, and that's what Grambling is doing.
30-22 currently. Wasted possession. If I had to have a negative for the first half, it would be wasted possession.
That's what you think about number 3.
Good start. Grambling is turning down by 8.
Once again, like I said, playing too fast. Make a mistake. Grambling needs to slow yourselves down and just spread the court out. That's all they gotta do. Spread the court out, take the time.
And they're not even doing
that's
that.
That's what happens when you keep turning the ball over. You're really trying to force something that's not there.
Good defense. Good block. Good defense. 12 seconds on the shot clock left. Grambling can win this game. I really much believe they can win this game, but they have to fix the offensive pace. They have to fix the offensive ball position.
It's not even offensive pace. No, scratch that, dude. It is offensive pace. But what I'm saying is you gotta make your shots. If you gotta quit trying to look for a foul. Play smart with the basketball.
And I feel like that time they're just trying to get the perfect shot, bro. They're not going to get that with this Southern team. 11 is wide open. Grambling down the court. So, Mike, I don't think Grambling's going to go into halftime with the lead, but Southern is going to be, if Grambling can't score here, Southern's going to go up double digits into half. And this is what I literally said to not have.
Dude, I gotta go back to that not too long ago. First of all, number 24, correction, number 23, I understand you're trying to go in the paint, and that's a good thing. But don't force yourself to go inside. It's not fair. Coach say all the time, look what your opponent's getting.
Mm-hmm.
And Grammy's doing it all out. They're trying to find their way.
And I think they're trying to also find the perfect shot.
Yes.
And they're just not getting that with this Southern team. You have to be confident in yourself to take these shots that you're not going to be able to get.
Southern's just playing with a balance.
And I think Grammy's only really their chance right now is they're converting in the paint and at that line. That's what they're really relying on. And it's not working in their favor. We just got to miss free throw. Like I just said, it's not working in their favor. If I'm Patrick McCrary, I need to really have a sit down talk with these guys. I'm like, hey, we need to slow down. You need to slow down, contain the tempo of this offense. Hope for two. If I'm Graham, even if I'm the men's team, I'm just telling myself, like, you at least have to tell yourself this is not a good game.
Grambling is really beating themselves out of this game. They're called themselves to make mistakes. And when you make more mistakes, you're giving your opponent more chances to extend the lead, dude.
All four beats Texas Southern 71-7.
Wow. Dude, we said that game was going to be really competitive. We said that.
Yes. Came down to the final possession.
That's real competitive. 71.
71. Wow. And they currently run our score from Purdue to Jackson State. Jackson State is down by 1 point. Down by 1.
For some of y'all who are just tuning in, yeah, Grambling versus Southern basketball doubleheader in SWAC HBCU play. And right now, the score is 32 wins to Grambling, State University, and Southern. Just 17, 1 4 seconds left. Do some extra. What do Grambling need to do to just 17 seconds?
Honestly, if I'm Grambling, you gotta hit a stop there. Don't allow Southern to go beat up by trouble. You say it's going to have beat up by double digits already bad shit. Grambling lost to them because they allowed them to get a lead and they could not catch the lead back. I said so on the podcast, I said. You cannot play catch up ball. It does not work in Grambling's favor.
Great.
Oh, the Southerners, they're right now Southern is controlling the ball. Stop. Wow. So Southern goes up into half by 12. So Obviously, we have to know what I'm talking about because I just caught it. They allowed me going to have, and they made a buzzer beater. It's gonna be hard for them to come back. But right now we are on a halftime break, so me and Michael are gonna give you a little quick update for the halftime, and we're gonna take a little break ourselves. But Michael, so what do you thought for this halftime?
First of all, we're just trying to move fast and pace. Then another thing, Deuce, you gotta get second chance high rebound. Also, Deuce, you gotta get shoot.
And I mean, Grambling, I said this, Grambling is trying to find that perfect shot. And they're just not going to get that with this Southern team. This Southern team is a very defensively well team. I'm telling you. Grambling, if I'm Grambling, you catch a shoot, that you get the ball, and if you can take the shot, you take it. But trying to find that perfect shot is not going to Grambling. I said this multiple times. Grambling they have to have better ball because it's too many missed shot, missed field goal. It's not working in Grambling's favor.
But you're not gonna be able to win this basketball game by just relying on Grambling. You can't. That's not how you get basketball game, Deuce. You got to make your shots, get rebounds, and also here it is. Take the free throw. Look, Grambling done very well at the free throw now, but they should need to be better making all of their free throws.
Yeah, I mean, I told you this. Grambling missed, in the beginning, they missed 5 points alone this whole free throw. So, imagine you add that to the score right now, it could be 25, 30 points. We got like 9, so free throws matter, guys. So the ones that think they missed free throw, oh no. Those are points that matter.
But then I'll say this, the score would have been flipped. Grambling would have been down by 22. Don't even like that. That's not the way it is. It's because Grambling is forcing themselves to get into the paint, trying to find fouls. You can't try to find fouls. You have to play smart. That's just what Grambling is not doing right now. And I don't know if y'all know what's going on. We got we got a little Greek action going on.
Yeah.
Early and sororities here. This is what I call HCC Friday right here.
Yes. It is Z9 day. Z9 day for Grambling basketball game. So the next week's game, make sure y'all tune in.